into this world kicking and screaming while covered in someone else's blood. That's one of my favorite quotes from Prison Break, a TV show series. Now, with that being said, I was born as a fat baby. It didn't take long for my mom to come up with the perfect name for me, Gerardo Arredondo Jr. She named me after my dad, solely because at the time we were both plump, hazel-colored eyed babies. Although she may have named me, I made it a lifetime effort of mine to make a name for myself. In this speech, I would like to inform you about how I make a name for myself and some of the steps I take to ensure this legacy of mine. It was through the desire to become my own person, to overcome my father's shadow, to throw myself at the community, to become an individual. My first name means brave, and my last name means round, which is pretty ironic considering the fact that I lost the weight and I grew instead. Growing up, I'd say I had a pretty normal childhood. I did have to undergo some struggles like debt, famine, and the worst case of all, la chancla. Seeing my mom scold me for my mistakes made me realize that she's grabbing the most powerfulest weapon of all. But at the same time, it made me realize what it meant to be disciplined and the value of it. It made me think twice before misbehaving, honestly. Additionally, I used to be the kind of kid who felt like I had no sense of direction, no future, nowhere to go, which wouldn't help my case necessarily in trying to figure out who I was, because I knew I was more than just a junior. Education helped change that. I found solace in school because it was relatively free, it was air conditioned, and it provided meals. Quid pro quo. In order to give back to my community, my education, my school, I made it one of my top priorities. When kids were learning to count to 10, I was learning to count to 100. I was learning this mindset to go beyond the bare minimum, to have a competitive drive. As far as a career goes, I'm not going to be America's Next Top Model. I'm not going to join the circus because I've yet to master juggling, and becoming the next president is kind of a stretch. So, let me talk about STEM, my passion. I started taking health classes. I enjoyed it. I was growing up and it was time to answer the long and pondered question, what did I want to do with my life? With STEM, with health, I was me, I was comfortable. I was helping others get to where they were at while figuring out what I was, what I wanted to do. And that really spoke to me. So I was learning to have this sense of individualism. If I didn't know how to do something, I would go out and I would seek help. I would ask professors, I would watch YouTube videos, I would take their notes. I would learn to master the concept. And to truly master one concept, one would go out to teach others. And that's exactly what I did. I would find others, I would help them learn the same concept, because only then I was able to fully master this concept. So I was becoming someone people could look up to, someone who they can rely on. I was becoming a leader, and I had to jump on this. I had to use these strengths. I had to join a club. Which brings me to Health Occupation Students of America, HOSA if you will. It's a club tailored to helping students who want to pursue a health career. And I enjoyed that so much so that it got me into what I love to do, which would be ventricles, arteries, aorta, everything encompassing what we refer to as the heart. It was my heart that generated this mindset to go beyond the norms. It was the heart that made me want to do what I want to do most in life. In short, it's all I ever really had, heart. So moving forward, I'm currently slumped with endless amounts of homework, with papers due at 11:59, oral speeches due at 11:59, etc. And why do I do it? It's because when I'm suffocating, when I'm challenging myself, I'm testing my limits, I'm seeing how far I can go. I'm still alive, I'm still kicking and screaming. And hopefully through my speech you were able to see how I was able to become an individual, how I was able to make myself known, how to be a leader. Because when people ask me nowadays, how's it like being a junior? How's it like pulling all-nighters? How's it like being you? I smile because it is what makes me me. Thank you.
Very good speech. Very, very good speech.
Yes.